I just love the Bojangles name. Even since I was a kid, I've always thought that was such a cool name for a restaurant concept. So I'm happy to go through the franchise cost, profit, a little bit about the history of Bojangles in today's video. It's a regional fast food chain that specializes in Cajun fried chicken, operates in the American South. It was founded by Jack Fulk in 1970s and now led by Jose Armario. They currently have about 390 franchise locations and 260 company-owned and operated locations. So that brings you up to a total of 650 restaurants across the United States. The initial Bojangles franchise fee is about $10,000 in an existing market and goes up to $35,000 in a new market. You pay that fee up front when opening up a Bojangles, but that's not the only cost. You have to also consider the fees that go on the rent deposit, the build out, furnitures, fixtures, all those costs. It's gonna jump up to $1.9 million, up to $3 million to open up a Bojangles and have enough cash until you hit break even, or at least that's an estimate. They're looking to develop in key growth markets. They want a minimum net worth of $1 million, so it's pretty steep. Liquid assets of $500,000 per development commitment, and they want people that already have experience in restaurant operations in the United States, management and ownership. Royalties at 4%, which is on the low end for restaurants in the United States, franchise restaurants. Marketing fee, 3%, 4%. Average unit volumes for the franchise locations were $2.1 million, which is pretty good for the quick service space, better than the company owned and managed ones at $1.8 million as well. So if you were to invest in a Bojangles and you put down $2.4 million of capital, you're making a 15% profit margin on that average unit volume of $2.1 million. You could expect to make about $300,000 and recoup your capital in 8-9 years. Now, the payback for a Bojangles, it could be as little as 6 years, could be 12 years, it could even be longer, or you could never recoup your capital investment. Opening one, it's not really worth it. I don't see how you can justify it. To sell like one Bojangles, you might get $1 million, 1.5, and if you had invested the midpoint investment amount at $2.4 million, that's going to be a big write-off. You're going to lose a lot of your initial capital that you invested. There needs to be some other play, like you're opening up multiple locations, you're owning the land. There's some type of tax play to really justify, because one of them is not going to cut it. Good news on the franchise side, they made $52 million in operating income in 2021, over a 4x increase year over year. They've had another 64 franchise units. They've lost 49 company locations. They appear to be selling a lot of their company stores to franchisees through refranchising effort, which is pretty typical with quick service restaurants, as they focus more on serving the franchisee and less on operating their own restaurants. Hope you found this informational. Shoot me an email at patrick@vettedbiz.com if there's other restaurant brands that you'd like us to review. Thanks.